For this question, we have a stem and leaf plot with the number of touchdowns that have been scored by all Division 1A football teams. The first thing we would need to do is to count how many teams are here. And if you count each one, I believe you'll see that there are 63 touchdowns total. The way the stem and leaf works is this 1-3 translates as 13 touchdowns for a particular team. 1-4 is 14. 1-5 is 15. 1-7 is 17. The 1-18, and then there's another that got 18. So you can count. Basically, these are the scores they got. Same thing, something like for the 50, the 5-0 would be 50, 5-2 would be 52, 5-3 would be 53. So you can count how many in each area. So let's see how we would do probabilities. Again, you count each one of these and you should come up with 63. If there's not, please let me know. That's why I counted it a couple times just to be sure. So the first question we're going to look at is if a team is selected at random, find the probability the team scored at least 31 touchdowns. So at least 31 touchdowns would be here, 30. I won't get to that one yet. And 31 would start here. So at least means more than. So we need to count this way. We need to count all of the ones in the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and so forth. Now you're looking at that, you may see, oh, there's fewer to count here, so you could do that as well and then subtract it from 63, right? So either way, we're counting how many are going to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. So this would be 44 out of 63, which you can write as a decimal or a percentage. But also the answer 44 to 63 is acceptable. It's a way of writing a probability. We get 0.698, which would be 69.8% as a percentage. Okay. So then let's go to the next question. If a team is selected at random, find the probability the team scored between 40 and 48. So again, 40 starts here with this first 0. Sorry. So it's here with the first 0. We're only going to 48, so we're not going to include this 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this would be 15 out of 63, which gives us 15 divided by 63, 23%. 3.8, actually 23.8%, almost 24. Team is selected at random, find the probability the team scored more than 76 touchdowns. Well, there is no 76, there's no 70s, but so we're looking at more than. There's actually only one team that did that. One team got 87, so that's 1 out of 63. Very low probability. Would be 0.0158, so that gets rounded up, maybe about 1.6%. And then the final question, are any of these unusual? Remember, when we're talking percentages, with probabilities. Anything closer to 0 is unusual. Anything basically over 50 but closer to 1 we could consider usual. So the 69 is about 70%. That's I would say that would be usual. These two here, it's a 23%, 24%. Certainly this one is very unusual. So I would mark in this case both of them, both A and C. These would be considered unusual events. Right? One more question that didn't quite get to. But, let's see. Let's go with dark color here and darker. There we go. A little bigger. So for this question, we have cartons are produced by a company. 9% have a puncture, 8% have a smashed corner, and 0.4% have both a puncture and a smash. So that's an overlapping region. Find the probability that a randomly selected carton has a puncture or a smashed corner. So this or probability, remember that's an addition. So one way to think of this is the probability of a puncture or a smashed corner. So we'd say, well, we could just use these percentages. There's 9% that have a puncture. We could do it as 9%, or you could turn it into a decimal. That'd be okay too. And then there's 8% that have a smashed corner. But remember, we have to look for any overlap. There are 0.4% that have both. And so they got counted twice in here. We're counting 0.4 two times between these two. So we have to subtract it off once. 0.4%. So 9 and 8 is 17%. Minus 0.4 will give us 16.6%. Another way to think of this is we could do it with a Venn diagram. So punctures would be, let's do that in red, and maybe in green. We can do those that have a smashed corner, puncture. So in the middle, there's this 0.4%. So in the smashed corner, there's a total, the green circle has a total of 8%, but the part that's only green and not in this intermediate area would be 7.6%. And then the part for the puncture, 9% in the total red circle, but we've gotten 4% in this overlapping area. So this would really only be 8.6%. So you could do it this way, and then now we add everything. Notice we're just counting things once. Everything gets counted once if we add this. So it's 8.6 plus 4 gives you 9. 9 plus 7 gives you 16.6 left over, right? So just adding them all once. Or we could use the formula method where we just add the 2 and then subtract off the overlap. Basically count it twice, but knowing that it was counted twice, subtracting it off. So that's that one. And that brings us to the end of what we need to take a look at.